What's up, PvP gamers? If you clicked on this video, you might be like me. And no matter how many times you die to bleed, and rivers of blood, or one shot by moonveils, or even killed from across the map by dragon incantations and other sorceries, you're determined to make poison work in Elden Ring PvP Duels. This is a level 150 build, meant for PvP dueling. If you're just here for the stats and the items, you can skip to the end. But why don't you listen to me talk for a minute? Now, first of all, I already know what you're thinking.
But Mike, why aren't you wearing the mushroom crown? It gives you an extra 10% damage buff when you set poison status.
Yeah, I know. But it's ugly, and I hate it. You won't see the coil shield or the serpent bow either, since they are either too slow to be consistent or the recovery time leaves you vulnerable to punishment. The core of the build is going to be two dope-ass serpent bone blade katanas. It has a unique R2 attack. You can charge it or not. Your character will lunge forward and create two slash attacks. You can even hit R2 again to follow up with another 2. The fact that you can charge it or instantly do this is going to create a lot of options for counterplay and pump fakes. On top of this, it comes preloaded with a pretty good L2 weapon art in the double slash. You'll recognize this from the Rivers of Blood animation, although not quite the power and not quite the range. And now you might be thinking, yeah, but what if I'm dueling a mage and I can't even get close? I'm just dodging spell after spell from across the arena. Well, this build has something for those a-holes too. We're also going to be rocking two Scavenger's curved swords with the poison affinity and Bloodhound Step. Bloodhound Step is going to let you dodge any sorcery or incantation in the game if timed right, and will also help you quickly close the distance to your target. However, you should be power stancing the katanas most of the time. It's going to be the more versatile option, especially against other melee builds, and the curved swords with Bloodhound Step can kinda start to feel like a one-trick pony, as well as the sprinting L1 being surprisingly easy to parry. Now, the most underrated tool that nobody is talking about in poison builds has got to be the Poison Bone Dart. While each dart's damage is nothing to write home about, with the right stats, landing a few of these before you engage is gonna guarantee you set your poison status when you slice and dice. Not to mention, proc your Kindred of Rot's Exaltation Talisman. Now, there seems to be some confusion out there about deadly poison over regular poison buildup. After many hours of testing and a shitload of larval tears, I am very confident that both deadly poison and regular poison are building the same status meter. But the damage source that finally procs the poison status will determine the type of poison that is set on the enemy. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there are some damage sources in the game, the Serpent Bone Blade being one of them, that inflicts something called deadly poison. It ticks for twice the damage, but lasts a third of the time as regular poison. This is actually preferred since a lot of players now have consumables to cure their poison, or are dead already before the timer runs out anyways. With this build and playstyle, these stats have yielded the most successful win rate. Vigor is a little low, so you don't want to trade on purpose too often. Endurance and equip load are just high enough to equip the armor you see in the video, and our primary damage scaling is off of dexterity. You'll notice we have just enough points in Arcane to give a boost to our bone darts and increase our poison buildup on our curved swords, while the Serpent Bone Blade is fixed at 66. Poisonous Mist is on the offhand curved sword, which can sometimes be useful, but for the most part is too damn slow. Kindred of Rot's Exaltation should be in every poison build. Rotten Winged Insignia is gonna boost our power with successive attacks. Shard of Alexander to boost the power of our double slash, and the Axe Talisman to enhance our R2 on our Serpent Bone Blade. In our PHYSICK, we're running the Spiked Crack tier to once again boost our R2 charge attack power, and the Thorny Crack tier to once again boost successive attack power. I will link all items to the wiki in the description down below. Good luck and Godspeed, gamers.